Drake said,
"A hypocrite. I don't understand why these people praise you."
he wasn't lying. Kendrick Lamar's lack of integrity and moral decay from a lack of consistency is yet again on full display as he continues to do the things he criticized Drake for. Or not like us, he attacked Drake for working with Atlanta artists and decides to do the same thing anyway. However, when Drake featured on a song with Lil Baby, he hadn't even dropped his first album.
Like 21 Savage made a comment that people said that, they don't feel like Drake gets enough credit.
Yeah, for like what he do.
Really putting artists on.
I feel the same way.
And I definitely not put you on, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, but in the way he did, though, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I felt about that comment and lack of credit.
I liked it, that comment, you know what I'm saying? Like, definitely, and I feel the same way.
21 Savage was featured on a Drake song when he was still an up-and-coming artist. And the same is true for 2 Chainz.
And then I ran into Drizzy, but I already knew him from when I went on tour with
I Am
Wayne
Music,
back
I Am
then.
Music
Yeah,
tour,
I
yep.
Am Music to see like, oh, this how you get off stage and then you go back to the studio. Like that's all Wayne did. So when I saw him, he was like, man, what's good? I said, man, I got one for you. And I was lying. It's funny that it's called No Lie. That's hilarious. I go to my engineer, man, I just told Drake I got something for him. He said, send it. And he's like, what you gonna send him? I'm like, man, I don't know. So they was like, we need to pull up some beats. Let's play Mike Will.
He might have something, yeah.
Yeah, and he played the beat, and then the No Lie beat had like some type of drop in it that I told myself, this sounds like a part where Drake could do like some melody, I feel like Drake could do some melody shit right here, so I do a verse right then and there. When he does do the hook, he sends the hook, and he does a verse, which is like if Drake does that for anybody, you should, and if you can't win off that, then you should just not. You should not just like.
New occupation.
That's just my personal opinion, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I'm talking about even now, you know what I'm
100%.
saying?
It actually still works now.
Yeah, so
that's crazy, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you. So he sent this hook. I said, oh no. I listened to the song 2 times and I never listened to it again. I said, okay. This is my first time knowing what a hit sound like. I put that on everything. I was like, this shit.
2 Chainz chose No Lie as the lead single for his debut album over his collaboration with Kanye West.
He actually wanted me to put the other record out instead of No Lie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, telling you know what I'm saying? My answer to him was that one, I was going on tour with Drizzy, so it made sense.
This tour was called Club Paradise and came to be known as the one that predicted the future of rap. Drake jumped on the Versace remix before the Migos were mainstream.
Drake come over. He said, this your group? I was like, yeah. He said, man, I've been listening to a mixtape every day. It just came out Tuesday. This is Saturday. But he quoted lyrics from one of the songs. You know what I'm saying? And then like a few days later, because we exchanged numbers and shit, a few days later, he texted and was like, send me one of them records. I want to get on it. And we sent him 2 songs. And probably a few days later, he sent the verse back from Versace. And it was so dope. He said, big ups to Drake. Drake is that's our partner. Man. You know what I'm saying? Drake told us straight up he had just launched OVO, his radio show. He was like, let me put it out. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time it was a big platform. He said, let me put it out on my platform. And we said, go ahead, put it out.
Meanwhile, Kendrick jumps on multiple records on one of the most anticipated albums of a well-established, well-known superstar who will outstream Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick has more to gain in this exchange, which makes him the colonizer he accuses Drake of being. Matter of fact, Cardi is guilty of things that Kendrick falsely accused Drake of. Kendrick's evil twin is a deadbeat dad, who has also assaulted multiple women. This man was arrested for choking his pregnant girlfriend. Fact of the matter is, Kendrick will do anything to pad his tats. But jumping on a Kanye West production just shows how desperate Kendrick is. Like, that man has been promoting all types of racism, and Kendrick decided to make a mid-song on his beat that even Kanye disapproves of, just so that he can launch more subliminals at Drake after repeatedly saying that he hates sneak dissing. Kendrick is by far the most dishonest rapper that we've ever come across, and his fans will dig up some reason to justify this moral bankruptcy. And it's often this lyric from 2015, as if this absolves Kenny of being held responsible for his own actions.